Hey guys, Chief here. In today's video I'm going to be going over a few Alice belt setups, what I think of them, just from my personal experience. And this is all mainly in regard to sustainment out in the field. On this part of YouTube, a lot of this is separated from theory into genuine practice and long-term sustainment and survival. So, without further ado, as I always say, I'm not a vet, I have no military law enforcement background. I'm a concerned and prepared citizen, and that's where I've gotten a lot of my experience from, is going out hiking, however much we may hate it, airsoft, flat range, or going out camping and trying to survive, pulling off fake missions as FTXs. So, my history, I've been doing this for maybe about 5 years, just getting into the tactical realm, kind of the LARPer realm, whether it's through my own experience, through my buddies, or through people I know who are in the military. I've built out these rigs, and so I'll kind of give you a background real quick on what each rig that I have is, and then I might do a deep dive and tell you a little bit about them. This rig right here, the one on the far right, is the military issue LBV-88. This is my latest iteration. I've honestly liked it. It's a little heavy for some, and I get that. I've just simply gone out, rucked with it, and it's became comfortable for me. It has pretty much everything I think I'll need in my rig, my second line and first line, to keep me alive, and so I like it. This one right here is for when I'm just out simply hiking with a few buddies. We're trying to keep up a really good pace, and I don't want to get left behind them. It has the bare minimum for what I need for a hike, especially if I don't want to arouse too much suspicion in public. But 2 canteens, they're both 1 quart. I have some snacks in here and some medical. But I'll go into this in a second. And then right here, I picked up this guy just a few days ago. It is, from what I can tell, to be a Vietnam issue, or Vietnam era Alice belt. And I looked at it, and honestly, I really like how they set it up. It's very, very simple, but it's a good budget option for you guys out there. One thing that I've heard quite a bit is, why use Alice instead of molle? I don't have a dog in this fight. Either way, whatever you have is good. I simply had a lot of Alice gear, and for me, I mean, being really cost efficient with this, you're still able to get it cheap. Now, do I say never use molle? No, I have buddies who use molle, whether it's like an FLC or a chest rig. Heck, I have both of those. Your IOTVs, or whether you have a new style belt kit, all of it works well. Whatever you can get and whatever you like the most for comfort, go for it. But for now, all of my belt kits are in Alice. So, going through these setups, just giving you my perspective. Back on the far right here is my personal belt. So underneath is an Alice belt. As you can see, it has these older style buckles. I like these buckles more than the Fastech style buckles, just because I can put the extender on here, which will go around whether it's my plate carrier, if I'm using it, my flak vest, or my slick down ISAPO carrier. This has an extender that can go over and allow you to use your gear while still, having everything fit. So in this rig, which if you're looking for a really in-depth video on it, go look at my LBV-88 video. I have magazine carriers, and then medical or more magazines, canteens, butt pack, medical. One thing I did want to update from the LBV-88 video, you can actually fit 2 magazines in here in the top pocket. One of my commenters said that. I was flabbergasted. I grabbed my rig, tore it open, shoved magazines in there. It's a really tight fit, but 2 do fit right here. But you can get 2 of the metal magazines. P-mags I don't think you can get in here. But this rig, when I was building it out, I mean, it gets your necessities of life. That is your fire, water, food, and shelter, as well as oxygen, but, just breathe. So, going first with fire, I have a little bit of fire starter in here. I believe I have a ferro rod and sterno in here. I have a lighter somewhere on my BDU. So, next, water. I have 2 quarts here. I have canteen cups, which I'll pull it out if you guys don't know what a canteen cup is. Yeah, this one has one. Just easier for me to get over here. A canteen cup is something your canteen sits in, and what you can do, whether it's for your hygiene, if you're trying to wash yourself off, you can pour this on yourself. But what you're supposed to do is fill this with water, boil it from below. This one I haven't used. Boil it from below. This will get to boiling. And whether you're cooking food in here, you're drinking pure water, or you're trying to clean yourself with warm water, you can use these. I like them. I think everybody should have them. Even if you have Nalgene water bottles, a cup to cook is still very, very useful, even in the short term. You know, if you run out of water on a hike, you can go collect and purify more. With that being said, a full sustainment video with tools is coming out sometime soon. I've finished the script, just got to get it recorded. So we have fire, water, in these grenade pouches, and this one I keep an S-bit stove for cooking food. And in this one over here, I'm not sure if you can see it, I keep snacks. As well, in my magazine pouch, I keep one of those $5 MRE like supplement entrees. And sometimes back here, if it's for a long-term sustainment operation, I'll take out this pouch and I'll put some MREs in there, one in my butt pack, just try to carry as much as I can. One more thing I want to say, this rig is very heavy for most people, and I'm fine with that as I'm able to live out of it. For example, I have 1, 2, 3 pouches of medical. This is because, as many of us know, if you cut yourself, you'll need Band-Aids. If you fall, you'll need a splint. Say, even if you don't get shot, but you have a big bleed on you somewhere, you may need a tourniquet. If you get shot through the chest, you need a chest seal. And with all of this, you need gauze. You need a ton of gauze. If you ever had your wisdom teeth taken out, you will know you have to replace it often, and when you replace it, you use a ton of gauze, which is why I carry a ton in here as well as my regular Alice pack. Lastly, for your things for survival, you need heat. And so with heat on my person, I carry, of course, my lighter and fire starter. Right here, I carry a space blanket. And in my, below my butt pack, I carry my poncho. I will say, having your poncho and poncho liner, whether you're setting up an LPOP and you need cover, you're trying to go to bed and you want another blanket on top of you, I like it and I keep it on me. This one right here is my hiking belt. This is for if I'm in public, I don't want to arouse too much suspicion. I can carry this. What it has is you have your canteen cups. These are very useful in your canteens. So you have a lot of water to drink. Right here in the sides, this is the molle carrier here that I just put on my Alice belt. On the sides, I have some dried fruit. It's really nice when you got a group of 5 out there and they only brought water. They're getting a little hungry. You can pass around dried fruit or dried candy and they like it. As well, at least for me, I don't have to swap it out very often. My dried food. There we go. I don't have to swap it out very often. I've had a bag in my main LBV for a few years now. I don't know the exact date, but it still tastes good. I just supplement it with more food when it starts running dry. Right here, I have a knife. This is not my traditional knife that I carry. This is a backup one. The one that I usually carry is over in my hunting pack, but this can be useful whether it's for small game, whether it's for defense, whether it's for collecting wood. It's nice to have on you. I'd say don't leave the house without a knife, even if it's a pocket knife. And lastly, over on this side, I have a magazine pouch. Inside, I don't carry magazines. I have more food, as well as some Band-Aids and Vaseline down at the bottom because it gets dry here. Fingers might start bleeding. You might accidentally scrape something and start bleeding. It's nice to have. This little pot right here came with this pouch when I bought it. You can just unbuckle your grenade pouch and pull this off. But I did want to keep it on for the video so people could see, hey, you might want something to scoop up food with. That's pretty much the only real reason I think of this is to have food in here. And yeah, I mean, it works, and you can attach it straight to the outside. I don't know if this is Boy Scout, if this is Army issue, you know, but it works. That's one thing I don't have on my main kit over there is my mess kit. I keep that in my pack, just, it's heavy. I said lastly before, but one more thing. Here is this pouch. People usually keep compasses and stuff inside here. I keep my sunglasses for the day, and if I don't want to wear them, I can put them right back in here, buckle it up. One thing I will say before moving on to the final belt down there, it's hard to buckle in without wearing it. Booty caps actually fit really well around these magazine pouches. I've been able to just fit the inside of the cap right here and cinch it down, and it'll stay on there. But lastly, this belt. So I believe this would be the newest design. That over there is the second newest. I've had one of the, it kind of looked like Vietnam era, but just these, where it's two pieces of metal that you have to clip into each other. Honestly, all of them work decently well. I love that one the most, where it's the two clips into each other and you can put the extender on it. To me, it works the best. But I saw this belt design, and not only this was $15, not only did I think, wow, I got a large belt, 2 canteens, 2 canteen cups, 3 magazines, and 2 compass pouches for $15, but I also looked and I thought, wow, this is a really simple yet cool setup. What it had when I got it inside was, of course, these I haven't changed. They have canteen cups inside each. But right here in this little pouch, they had one of the trauma bandages, like an Israeli dressing, inside. On the other side, I believe they would have put their compass, but it didn't come with it. Both are really good to have. You know, just if you need to bandage yourself up, you have this. And if you need to land navigate, you have your compass. Next was nothing over on this side. But on this side, they had their M16 rifle cleaning kit. It didn't have anything inside, which kind of sucks. But what I put in mine, since none of my cleaning rods fit, they were all too big, I put pipe cleaner and Q-tips. I'm sure a lot of you know about Q-tips. Those are good for reaching hard to reach spots like your bullet carrier, locking lugs, your fire control group, your safety, whatever you're trying to reach. But I've noticed that if you're doing a repetitive action, these pipe cleaners really work well. You know, you can just scrape them back and forth as well. If I wanted, I can daisy chain a few of these together, tie them together, and use them to clean my barrel. Right inside here, I don't have any of the, you know, cleaning equipment, but I do have bottle oil. This is nice. If your gun is gunked up and you can't reach it, you know, can't reach a specific part, just douse it with oil, and it's a decent temporary solution. Personally, as you saw, it wasn't clipped into this belt. I'm going to keep this on my ruck pack, as I don't think I'm going to need it as much as I'm going to need the rest of the stuff on here. This is kind of a if something breaks or if I'm out there for a stupid long amount of time, but it's good to have. Next, magazine pouches. Magazines, you know, or if you're using this as a simple hiking belt, food, you know, medicine. Canteens, we already went over those. I would just say to put your water purifiers in here. And lastly, this is on the far back of the pack. You can't really tell because the suspenders aren't on here. I don't know why he didn't give me the suspenders, but you know, it can work without them. Personally, I would put suspenders on, and if I don't want to use them, I just drape them back over my back, but that's all right. But on the far back, what I saw, and it was really interesting to me, was a singular magazine pouch. When I opened it up, I noticed that these strings to keep your magazines in a line were torn off. They were cut off of the front. And it kind of clicked with me. This is a really poor butt pouch. that's just what it was made to do. I mean, a butt pack is anywhere from $25 to $50, and you can find these anywhere from $5 to $10. So even though it has less room, you're still able to carry, say, your map, a multi-tool. You may be able to get your night vision, whatever you want in here. And that is kind of what they used it for. And honestly, it makes sense. If it were me, I might have put two next to each other, or I might have gotten a big one like this or a saw pouch and put it back there. But that's that little belt loadout. And you know, even if you don't copy any one of these designs, should give you an idea. You know, if you want storage, go for magazine pouches. If you want one on your back, go for a butt pack, a saw pouch, or one of these. If you want water, get a water carrier for Nalgene or canteens, you know. Either work for you. Overall, if I were you, and I'm going to be making a video on this soon, but go for your long-term sustainment, because if you're serious about this, you know, it's the old expression, I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So, yeah. Either way, you know, whatever you're carrying, if it's a Walmart bag with your stuff in it, if it's a backpack with your stuff in it, if it's a heavy IOTV with all the plates and your stuff in it, as long as you're getting out there, training, figuring out what does and doesn't work for you, you are leagues ahead of everybody else. I regularly pray to the Lord that we never have to go out there and use this stuff for sustainment, you know. But in the off chance we do, we're all here, guys. We're working, you know, with each other, giving each other ideas. I just hope you get out there and train, and I sincerely pray for us all. I pray that our nation can come back, especially to peacetime. For now, if you're just hiking around, if you're on a flat range and want to look cool, you know, these are a few ideas. If you're camping or bushcrafting and you think this will look nice, then go ahead, steal my ideas. I'm fine with that. But I thank you all for watching. If you have anything you'd like to comment below, you know, whether it's your use of these, if you think, you know, I'm stupid for not selling all this and moving to molle, or, you know, you have your own setup that you think looks good, post a video, put it in the comments. I am an A-okay with that. Pray the best for all of you. Have a good one.